find domain and range of first one. Fx is equal to sine inverse x plus cos inverse x plus tan inverse x. We want domain and range both. Now for domain simple thing, function must be defined. Okay, here we have sine inverse plus cos inverse plus tan inverse. So how to find the domain? Just find the domain of all these three function and then take intersection, because every function must be defined. Now you can take only those value of x for the complete function is defined. Okay. In case of sine inverse, domain of sine inverse is -1 to +1. In case of cos inverse x, all possible value of x in cos inverse is -1 to +1. Domain of cos inverse is equals to range of cos x, and we know that cos x can give you a value from -1 to +1. Okay, domain of tan inverse x is R. There is no problem, -infinity to +infinity. Now we want value of x such that every function is defined. Okay, out of these three. So if you take intersection of these three, what you will get? -1 to +1 na? Okay. So domain of f is -1 to +1. Now domain is clear na? Now what do you want? Range. Okay. Now see, for range of fx is sine inverse x plus cos inverse x plus tan inverse x. I want all possible value of fx. It means minimum to maximum. Now see, here we have sine inverse plus cos inverse, and by using the property sine inverse plus cos inverse is always equals to pi by 2. Then what we are getting? Fx is equals to pi by 2 plus tan inverse x. Now I want all possible value of this one. We know that tan inverse can give you a value from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. But 1 minute. That is the range when x belongs to -infinity to +infinity. But at this time you can't put any value of x which not lies in the domain. And domain of this function is -1 to +1. This can't be equals to minus pi by 2 now or minus pi by 3, because here x is only from -1 to +1. Okay, so again, so what we have to do? Just perform the action now, like inside to outside for range. Okay, so see, here we want all possible value of this one. Value of x is x only you can take from domain. So x is -1 to +1. Now what do you want? We want value of this one. Here we have tan inverse x. It means I have to take tan inverse on each side. So take tan inverse. I am taking tan inverse -1. Here tan inverse x and here tan inverse 1. Now decide, tan inverse is increasing or decreasing. If tan inverse is increasing function, then sign of inequality remains same. If tan inverse is decreasing function, then sign of inequality we have to change. Okay, if you draw the graph of tan inverse is increasing function na, but also if you draw the graph of tan inverse, then graph is like this one. Okay, increasing na. Okay, so sign of inequality remains same. Now tan inverse -1 is simple, minus pi by 4. Also you can use the property tan inverse minus x to find this one. For in tan inverse -1 minus outside, then tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. This is tan inverse x and this one is pi by 4. Okay, now what do you want? We want value of this one, pi by 2 plus tan inverse x. So add pi by 2. If you add pi by 2 minus pi by 4 is pi by 4. Pi by 2 plus tan inverse x and pi by 2 plus pi by 4 is 3 pi by 4. Okay, now this is the value of fx. Range, it means value of fx now, pi by 4 to 3 pi by 4. Now we are getting the range pi by 4 to 3 pi by 4. Okay, just simple. And also for this one directly you can find how. Actually we know that function is pi by 2 plus tan inverse x. If tan inverse x is increasing, then pi by 2 plus tan inverse x is also increasing. Obviously na, if any function is increasing, then that function plus constant is also increasing function. Okay, so if this function is increasing, then you will get minimum value at a starting point and maximum value at end point. So for minimum value put -1. Tan inverse -1 is minus pi by 4. Pi by 2 minus pi by 4 is pi by 2. Now for maximum value put 1. Tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. Pi by 2 plus pi by 4 is 3 pi by 4. Okay. Okay na? Done. Can I have? Now next question. Where we have questions? Yeah. Second one. Again we want domain and range. Fx is equals to sine inverse x cube plus cos inverse x cube. Okay, we want domain and range of this one. Domain is simple. Both function must be defined now. Domain of sine inverse is -1 to +1. Domain of cos inverse is -1 to +1. So similarly, domain of fx is -1 to +1. Okay, it means mainly we have to find the range. Okay, domain is simple now. Domain of f is equals to -1 to +1 because both must be defined and both has same domain -1 to +1. Now what about range? For range we want all possible value of fx. For that one we have to solve. We have to first simplify this one. Directly we can't find now. Okay, then how to simplify? Actually this is like a cube plus b cube. This is like a cube plus b cube now. Now use the formula of a cube plus b cube. Okay. So see, if I use a cube plus b cube, then a plus b sine inverse x plus here I am using a cube plus b cube. Can I write here? A cube plus b cube is equals to a plus b whole cube. Okay, I can write this one now. A cube plus b cube is a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b cube. Okay, this is the formula of a cube plus b cube. And definitely na a plus b whole cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. So I am using this one. So fx is equals to a cube plus b cube, a plus b sine inverse x plus cos inverse x whole cube minus 3ab, 3 sine inverse x cos inverse x into a plus b sine inverse x plus cos inverse x. Okay, this is the formula of a cube plus b cube. Now why I am using this one? Because now I have value of sine inverse plus cos inverse. Now we can simplify this one. This is equals to pi by 2. Pi by 2 power 3 is pi power 3 by 2 power 3 is 8 maybe. Okay, obviously 8 minus 3 sine inverse x into cos inverse x. Again this is equals to pi by 2, multiply with pi by 2, then this become 3 pi by 2. Okay, now actually now this is simplified. Okay na, if you compare from this one. Now what you want? All possible value of this one. Again we have problem. Directly you can't find all possible value na. Actually here we have sine inverse and cos inverse both. So now either convert both in terms of sine inverse or both in terms of cos inverse. Okay, but write in terms of one. So choose any one, you can choose. You want to compare, you want to convert cos inverse in terms of sine inverse or sine inverse in terms of cos inverse. Okay, I want to compare, I want to convert cos inverse x in terms of sine inverse. So see, fx is equals to pi cube, can I take common something? And that something is pi by 2. Okay, I am taking common pi by 2, then this become pi by 4, pi square by 4 minus 3 sine inverse x, and cos inverse x can be written as pi by 2 minus sine inverse x. Okay, now simplify. Now pi by 2, pi square by 4 minus, if you multiply this one, then 3 pi by 2 sine inverse x and minus minus plus, then plus 3 sine inverse x square. Okay, now I want range. Now this is completely in terms of sine inverse, but you want range, it means all possible value. Now see, if you remember some in third or fourth lecture we are getting na question like fx function is a quadratic polynomial, then always try to make square. This is also quadratic polynomial in sine inverse x now. So anytime if you are quadratic, you are getting function as quadratic polynomial, then make square. Okay, this is not quadratic polynomial in x, but quadratic polynomial in sine inverse x. Okay na. So if you assume this one as x, then 3x square minus 3 pi by 2 x plus constant like this one. Okay, so try to make square. How to make square? First I have to make coefficient of sine inverse x square as 1. So I am taking common 3. If you take common 3, then what we are getting? Sine inverse x square minus pi by 2 sine inverse x, and remaining is outside pi square by 4. Okay, now easily I can make the square. So see, pi by 2, 3 If you are making square, then what we are getting? Sine inverse x minus, then minus half of the coefficient of this one, that is pi by 4 whole square. You will get this one. Okay. Now solve what we have and what we not have. So if you multiply a square minus 2ab is equals to this one, plus b square is not there, so I have to subtract this one square, minus pi square by 16. Okay. If you solve this one, then you will get equals to this one, a square minus 2ab plus b square minus b square cancel out, plus pi square by 4. Okay. Now multiply pi by 2, multiply with 3 into sine inverse x minus pi by 4 whole square, minus 3 pi square by 16 and plus pi square by 4. If you solve this one, then you will get pi square by 16. Okay na? Minus 3 pi square by 16 and plus pi square by 4. If you solve, then you will get pi square by 16. Obviously. Okay. Now this is in terms of a square. Now what do you want? Range. Okay. So just find the minimum and maximum value. Range, it means minimum to maximum. Now obviously. Okay. Now see. Minimum value of fx. Minimum of fx. When this will be minimum? See, this one is constant. This complete value will be minimum when square is minimum, because you can't change this one. You can only change this one. No? Okay. So, and when this one is minimum, and minimum value of square is 0. Now check, this may be 0 or not. Obviously, this will be 0 when sine inverse x equals to pi by 4. And range of sine inverse is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. It means sine inverse can take pi by 4. Okay, it means this may be equals to 0. Okay, so for minimum value, pi by 2 remain as it is. To get minimum value, this must be minimum na, and minimum value of square is 0. So 0 into 3 is 0 plus pi square by 16 as it is. So what we are getting? We are getting pi cube by 32. Okay, now we want maximum value. Maximum of fx. Again pi by 2 as it is. For maximum of fx, now this must be maximum. Okay, and this will be maximum when this difference is highest. Okay, and highest difference is sine inverse x minus pi by 4. So this may take the value sine inverse x minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay, so this will be maximum if you put sine inverse x equals to minus pi by 2. See now, actually this is minus pi by 4. If you put positive value, then this will be subtracted. Okay, if you put negative, then no problem, then added na. Okay, so put a sine inverse, if you put sine inverse x equals to pi by 2, then pi by 2 minus pi by 4, what we are getting? Only pi by 4. Okay, then problem. But if you put minus pi by 2, then minus pi by 2 and minus pi by 4, what we are getting? Minus 3 pi by 4. Minus 3 pi by 4 square, because at this time this is minus, but we have square na, so minus become positive. Okay, so minus 3 pi by 4 is, 3 pi by 4 is more than pi by 4. Okay, so I am putting sine inverse x equals to minus 1 for maximum value. Sorry, this is equals to minus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 and minus pi by 4. First I am writing 3 minus pi by 2 minus pi by 4 minus 3 pi by 4 square and plus pi square by 16. Okay, if you solve this, and what you will get? 9 pi square by 16 and 9 into 3, 27 and 28. So you will get 28 pi square into pi cube 16 into 2, 32. If you solve this one, then you will get this. Okay, any problem? 28 pi cube by 32. So minimum value is pi cube by 32 and maximum value is 28 pi cube by 32. So range is minimum is pi cube by 32 and maximum is 28 pi cube by 32. Okay, so this is the range. Can I have clear na? Okay. Okay, write a question, then we will take theory. If sigma I equals to 1 to n, cos inverse alpha I is equals to 0, then find sigma I equals to 1 to n I alpha I square. Okay, now find the value of this one. Okay, we want value of this one and it is given that this is equals to 0. If this one is equals to 0 and here we have value of lambda I. So first I have to find the value of lambda I. It means all possible value of, sorry, alpha I. Here we have alpha I, alpha I. So we want to find the value of alpha I first. Now see, if you put I equals to 1, what we are getting? We are getting cos inverse alpha 1. Put I equals to 2, then cos inverse alpha 2 sigma na. Okay. Sigma, it means summation of series. Put 3, then cos inverse alpha 3. Similarly, at the end, if you put n, then what we are getting? Cos inverse alpha n equals to 0. Now, it is given that this sum is equals to 0 and we want all value of alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha n. Okay. If you have only one equation and more than one variable, it means this must be a boundary condition. Okay, boundary condition, it means either we have to take the minimum value or maximum value. Now see, now we know that cos inverse is always greater than equals to 0. Range of cos inverse is 0 to pi. So cos inverse can't be less than 0. If cos inverse can't be less than 0 and we want values such that this sum is equals to 0. Sum is equals to 0 only possible when these all cos inverse equals to 0. Because it is not possible that some cos inverse are positive and some are negative, because cos inverse can't be negative. So this is only possible. Cos inverse can't be negative now. Minimum value of cos inverse is 0 and we want sum equals to 0. So this is only possible if all are 0. This is only possible if cos inverse alpha 1 equals to cos inverse alpha 2, cos inverse alpha 3 equals to cos inverse alpha and all are equals to 0. Okay, and when the cos inverse is equals to 0, where x equals to 1, cos inverse 1 is 0 na. Okay, either like this one, cos inverse alpha 1 equals to 0, alpha 1 is cos 0, cos 0 is 1. Okay, so alpha 1 equals to alpha 2 equals to alpha 3 equals to alpha n equals to 1. These all alpha equals to 1. It means from this one I can say that alpha I is equals to 1. Because put any value of I, doesn't matter, alpha I is always equals to 1. Now all alpha are 1. Now what do you want? Value of sigma I equals to 1 to n I alpha I square. Now alpha I is 1. So we are getting I equals to 1 to n. Alpha I is 1, then what we are getting? I square, and sigma I square is, if you put I equals to 1, then you will get 1 square. 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square. Sum of square of first n natural number, that is equals to n plus 1 to n plus 1 by 6. Okay, done. Okay, done. Can I have? Okay. Now again we have to take the theory. So property number 5. This is for 1 by x. Okay. Sine inverse 1 by x is equals to cosec inverse x. Okay. For all x belongs to minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. Function must be defined now. Okay. domain of cosec, sorry, this is cosec inverse. Domain of cosec inverse is minus infinity to minus 1, 1 to infinity. And when x lies in this interval, then 1 by x will be less than 1. Okay, it means 1 by x lies between minus 1 to plus 1. So both are defined for this one. Next, cos inverse 1 by x is equals to sec inverse x. Again, for all x belongs to minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. Okay, just remember directly this one. And also it is true, sine inverse 1 by x equals to cosec inverse x, and cosec inverse 1 by x is also equals to sine inverse x. Now x from minus 1 to plus 1. Okay na? Sine inverse 1 by x equals to cosec inverse x, and cosec inverse 1 by x is also equals to sine inverse x. Okay, just simple na. In this one, if you replace x with 1 by x, then this become 1 by x, this become x. Okay, and third one, tan inverse 1 by x. Now actually tan inverse 1 by x is not always equals to cot inverse x. Okay na? This is not always equals to cot inverse x. Why? Actually for this one there is no problem, because domain range of sine inverse and cosec inverse both are same. Range of sine inverse and cosec inverse both are same. Okay, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Range of cos inverse and sec inverse both are same, 0 to pi. But range of tan inverse and cot inverse is not same. Range of tan inverse is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, and range of cot inverse is 0 to pi. Okay, so see, for this one we have two formula. Tan inverse 1 by x is equals to cot inverse x if x is greater than 0. X can't be equals to 0 na at this time, because 1 by x. We can't put 0 in denominator. So if x is positive, then tan inverse 1 by x is equals to cot inverse x. Okay, see now, actually if x is positive, then tan inverse 1 by x, this is also positive, then value of tan inverse is from 0 to pi by 2. Value of tan inverse is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. But when this one is positive, then tan inverse lies in this interval. If 1 by x is negative, then tan inverse lies in the range minus pi by 2 to 0. Okay na? If negative, then tan inverse is negative. If positive, then tan inverse is also positive. Okay, so when x is positive, then tan inverse 0 to pi by 2, and cot inverse is also 0 to pi by 2. So same range case. Okay na? In cot inverse x, if x is positive, then cot inverse from 0 to pi by 2. If x is negative, then pi by 2 to pi. Okay, but forget, no problem. And when x is less than 0, if x is less than 0, then tan inverse 1 by x is equals to pi plus cot inverse x minus pi plus cot inverse x. Okay. Okay, how to remember? See, it is easy. When x is less than 0, then tan inverse is negative. It means this lies in the range minus pi by 2 to 0. Okay, and cot inverse is cot inverse pi by 2 to pi. When x is negative, cot inverse from pi by 2 to pi. Cot inverse can't be negative now. This can take only 0 to pi. Okay, 0 to pi by 2 for positive x, pi by 2 to pi for negative x. Now value of this one is less than 0 and this is greater than pi by 2. Range is not same, then how can they same? Okay, so here I am adding minus pi, then this becomes same. But I am not adding minus pi from my side. Okay, actually you will get proof for this one. See, so I have to prove. Okay, now choose anyone to prove. Can I take this one? Easily you can prove this one if this is complete. Okay, so see, I want to prove that tan inverse 1 by x equals to this one when x is greater than 0 and equals to this one when x is less than 0. So any time to prove any property of inverse trigonometric function, same process, first assume one inverse trigonometric function as theta, okay, and involve another ITF. Okay, so I am assuming tan inverse 1 by x is equals to theta. Okay, Now we know that theta is the value of theta is tan inverse x, and tan inverse x has the range from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay, so theta belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, because value of theta is tan inverse and range of tan inverse is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, and this is equal to tan inverse, so both must have same range now. Okay, now from this one take tan on both sides. What we are getting? 1 by x equals to tan theta. Okay, from this one x equals to cot theta. 1 by x equals to tan theta, then x equals to cot theta. Then here I am assuming this one. Now I have to involve cot inverse. Okay, to involve cot inverse I have to take cot inverse on both sides. So take cot inverse. So cot inverse x equals to cot inverse of cot theta. Now cot inverse to cot you can't cancel out always. Obviously we have formula now, we have to use the formula. So I am taking two cases now. Okay, case 1. In cot inverse cot theta, here value of theta is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Value of theta is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and range of cot inverse is 0 to pi. Theta from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, but value of range of cot inverse is only 0 to pi. Okay, so for these value of theta you can't cancel out, then we have to use the formula, but for these 0 to pi by 2 we can cancel out now. So first I am taking the case 0 to pi by 2 separate, and then minus pi by 2 to 0. Okay, case 1, when theta belongs to 0 to pi by 2. Okay, if theta from 0 to pi by 2, if theta lies in this range, then you can cancel out cot inverse to cot, because theta lies in the range of cot inverse. Range of cot inverse is 0 to pi, and this is 0 to pi by 2. So these all values are accepted by cot inverse. Okay, so cot inverse x is equals to cot inverse to cot, cancel out, what we are getting? Theta. Okay, put the value of theta. Theta is tan inverse 1 by x. So theta tan inverse 1 by x is equals to cot inverse x. Okay, so it means when theta in this interval, then tan inverse 1 by x is equals to cot inverse x. Actually this one, but how can you get this condition? That is simple. See, theta from 0 to pi by 2. Now search for theta. This is the theta. Theta from 0 to pi by 2, or see from this one. Theta from 0 to pi by 2 na. If theta from 0 to pi by 2, actually I want condition for x. Okay, theta from 0 to pi by 2, it means in first quadrant, then cot theta is positive. Cot theta positive, it means x positive. Okay, so condition for x is x greater than 0. Theta from 0 to pi by 2, then cot theta is positive, it means x is positive. Okay, it is clear na? Okay, now case 2. When theta belongs to pi by 2 to, 0 to pi by 2 is complete now, then minus pi by 2 to 0. If theta from minus pi by 2 to 0, it means less than 0. Then see, this cot inverse as it is, and for this one use the formula. Now theta is less than 0. Minus pi by 2 to 0, it means less than 0. Formula of cot inverse cot x is x minus n pi, where x is greater than n pi. Okay, now when theta is lies between minus pi by 2 to 0, 0 minus pi by 2, here minus pi. When theta lies in this range, then theta is greater than minus pi. Formula is x minus n pi now, where x is greater than n pi. When theta lies in this range, then theta is greater than minus pi. Then formula of this one is theta, I am putting value of this one, theta minus pi, because this is greater than minus pi now. In cot inverse cot theta, if theta is greater than minus pi, then theta minus pi. If theta is greater than plus pi, then theta minus pi. If theta is greater than 2 pi, then theta minus 2 pi. If theta is greater than 3 pi, then theta minus 3 pi. At this time theta is greater than minus pi. So theta minus pi. This is the value. Now cot inverse x is equals to what we are getting? Theta. Theta is, value of theta is tan inverse x and plus pi. Okay, tan inverse 1 by x. Now we want value of tan inverse 1 by x. Put pi at this side, then what we are getting? Minus pi plus cot inverse x equals to tan inverse 1 by x. Okay, complete. So see, now again condition for x. If theta is less than 0, it means in fourth quadrant, minus pi by 2 to 0. If theta in fourth quadrant, then cot theta is negative. Cot theta negative, then x negative. So condition, how we are getting? X is less than 0. So when x is greater than 0, then tan inverse 1 by x equals to cot inverse x. When x is less than 0, then tan inverse 1 by x equals to minus pi plus cot inverse x. Okay. I said now that property number 2 will be used to prove for another properties. That is the reason. Okay, Canara.